All right, for the Jefferson curl, we can really use any piece of equipment that you prefer. I'm going to be demonstrating with a kettlebell, which a lot of times is the better option, but you can use 2 dumbbells. You can even use a barbell for this setup. And what we're going to need is likely some type of elevation. I have a lot of elevation here, and you'll see why in a moment. Depending on your level of flexibility, you might not need these at all. It just depends, and you'll see once you start training this movement. So what we're going to do is take a stance that's about hip width apart, so a little bit narrower than what you would deadlift from. And then from that position, we're going to stand up nice and tall. And then we really want to think about this movement one segment of our spine at a time. So I'm going to start at my neck, and I'm going to start to tuck my chin in towards my chest. As I do so, I'll start to roll in with my shoulders coming forward, start to really round out my upper back. And again, I want to go one segment at a time as best as I can. So I'm not sitting my butt back at all. I'm really just trying to let the weight slowly unlock each segment of my spine. And I don't want to round anything out of sequence. So again, now I'm getting to my mid back. I can start to feel that restriction really happening at the mid back. And I'm just trying to slowly control my breathing and my movement as I slowly continue to let this weight pull me towards the floor. As you can see, as I go deeper and deeper, this weight will touch the floor before I run out of range of motion. Now, depending on your level of flexibility, you may not be able to touch the floor doing the same thing that I was just doing. But a lot of us, if you have decent flexibility in the hamstrings, are going to need to go up onto a platform so that as you go deeper and deeper, you don't just hit the floor, but rather you can reach in front of that platform and really load this forward fold position. Now, as you can see, this is a really deep version or a really deep range of motion for this Jefferson curl. But ideally, we want to try and push our range of motion on this movement as much as we possibly can. This is pretty much the ultimate version of the blend between a weightlifting exercise where we want to try and push the weights and a flexibility exercise where we're trying to get more flexible. So I always want to try and be using this movement to improve my forward fold flexibility. So if folding towards the floor is something that you struggle with, these Jefferson curls are going to play a really pivotal role in helping you improve that flexibility. On the other side, if we're doing these more for a back pain kind of relief or a reprogramming of our forward fold, we want to start really slow and move really slow with this movement so that we allow time for our brain to understand what's going on and kind of break that fear habit of anytime I'm forward with a rounded back, I'm in trouble. Make sure you start with weights where you're not really worried about that. And as you practice this more and more, you'll just feel more and more comfortable and less symptoms of that back pain.